When there is decline in morality and virtue, the divine comes to the rescue of the universe. When the greed of materialism threatens humanity's spiritual core, God sends a paragon of righteousness to liberate us all. As we move blindly through the valley of life, stumbling in darkness, a beacon of light in the form of a guru will guide us through. Their knowledge and wisdom will unburden the questions within our racing mind. The divine will choose a worthy soul, a divine being to rise above all differences, to unite us with their universal message of love and peace. They then become an eternal, guiding, and inspiring light to the universe. One such divine soul is Shri Shivabala-Yogi Maharaj, who began his life as Satyaraju in a tiny hamlet called Adivara Hupeta, located by the Godavari River in India. On the afternoon of August 7, 1949, Satyaraju set off with his friends to play in the nearby canal, just as he had so many times before. But, unknown to him, a divine miracle was to occur that day. On the way to the river, as he was passing a grove of palmyra trees, a palmyra fruit fell from above. As Satyaraju started to extract the sweet juice of the fruit by squeezing it, all of a sudden his body began to vibrate and tremble. He saw a bright light emerging from the palmyra fruit in his hand, and he heard the cosmic sound of Omkara emanating from within. As he continued to stare at the fruit, the divine light and sound engulfed him in blissful waves, so that his body ceased its trembling, and his mind became calm and peaceful. As Satyaraju continued to watch, the fruit in his hand was replaced by a black Shivalingam. This divine object then broke in half, and from the midst of the Shivalingam, a tall, handsome man dressed in the attire of a Jangama Rishi emerged, surrounded by a bright white light. The Jangama Rishi, who was in actuality Lord Shiva, commanded Satyaraju to sit in the lotus posture and close his eyes. He then touched Satyaraju in between the eyebrows and gently patted him on the head. The young boy then lost all outer consciousness, absorbed in an enchanting vision of the same Shiva Lingam, surrounded by a dazzling bright light. Thus began 12 years of austere tapas, during which Satyaraju continued in deep meditation for 23 hours a day. Despite tremendous obstacles placed in front of him, the young boy continued to remain unflinchingly focused and deeply absorbed in meditation. These 12 years of intense tapas were spent in samadhi, a state where there is complete standstillness of the mind. The Jangama Rishi came to him in visitations periodically to protect, guide, encourage, and inspire him in his endeavors throughout these arduous years. In June 1961, Satyaraju passed into Nirvikalpa Samadhi, a state where the mind recedes completely and thus merges with the infinite and eternal self. On August 7, 1961, signaling the completion of 12 years of tapas, Lord Shiva and Goddess Mother Parvati manifested in their divine form and conferred their blessings upon him. Lord Shiva told him, "You may now go wherever you like and do whatever you wish. You may ask for anything and it shall be granted to you." Spontaneously he replied, "I had no desire of my own to do this tapas. It was under your direction that I performed this. Now, I have also no desire for anything and will do whatever you direct me to do." Pleased with this answer, Lord Shiva then explained to the young yogi that his mission now would be to awaken the dormant spirituality among the people of this world through his darshan and blessings. He was instructed to guide spiritual aspirants towards the devotional path, as well as to help ease pain and suffering and comfort those in need. His most unique gift would be meditation, and his work would be to initiate and guide millions into the practice of meditation. Lord Shiva then bestowed the name Shivabala-Yogeshwara onto him, which was later adapted to Shivabalayogi. Upon completion of tapas, Shri Shivabalayogi Maharaj, who was lovingly referred to as Swamiji, began his task of spreading the teaching of meditation all over India, touching the lives of all devotees who came before him. His teachings and messages of peace, love, and care echoed in the hearts of millions, and soon Swamiji's mission spread overseas, where he continued to give darshan or blessings, as well as dhyana diksha or initiation into dhyana meditation to each soul that sought his spiritual guidance, regardless of caste, creed, or religion. Swamiji's unconditional love and care towards all shone through like a ray, capturing the hearts of all his devotees. His words proved a salve that calmed the troubles of the heart, and his wisdom stilled the turmoils of the mind. Through his unique meditation technique, which allowed the aspirant to experience bliss within ourselves, Swamiji's devotees grew in thousandfold. On the 28th of March 1994, after tirelessly serving his devotees for so many years, Shri Swamiji dropped his physical form and entered Mahasamadhi. He explained that the physical body is unimportant to a yogi, and that even after dropping his physical form, the yogi continues granting his benediction and blessings to all who earnestly seek guidance and enlightenment. Like the great yogis of the past, who blessed the world with illustrious disciples who steadfastly continued the dissemination of their Guru's teachings, Swamiji's precious gift to humanity was his spiritual disciple, Shri Shivarudrabalayogi Maharaj. Shri Shivarudrabalayogi Maharaj, who was born Srinivasa Dikshitar and fondly called Sinu, first saw the physical form of Shri Swamiji at a public program in Mysore. From the first time he beheld the divine yogi, Sinu knew with unwavering conviction that he would spend the rest of his life in service to Shri Swamiji. Every waking moment would be in devotion to his master, and every single breath would be for the glory of his divine Guru. Thus began the divine love story between Guru and disciple. At the age of 20, young Sinu was sent to manage the Dehradun ashram located at the foothills of the Himalayas. Over the next 20 years, Sinu devoted himself selflessly to the service of his Guru's mission. He took care of the daily management of the ashram, caring for all its inmates and visitors, including mentally handicapped boys, without uttering a single complaint. Day in and out, He would diligently wake up in the early hours of the morning to perform his daily tasks, conduct prayers and bhajans in the ashram, as well as sit for meditation. His devotion to his guru was complete and faultless, and it inspired his every action. Following the Mahasamadhi of his guru, on the 28th of March 1994, Sinu received a vision of his guru telling him to begin tapas, which is the austere form of prolonged meditation. Again, on the 10th of November 1994, Sinu beheld his guru materializing from a photo. Swamiji led him into a room and touched him between the eyebrows, whereby total serenity enveloped him. He then heard his guru tell him, "Look, from this room either you come out as a yogi or your dead body should come out. Do not abandon practice under any circumstance until you reach the goal. I want you to do this for 5 years, as you already have the fruits of 7 years tapas." Thus began Sinu's 5 years of intense tapas, the process of removing all acquired impressions of the mind by deep meditation. Swamiji explained that Sinu's 20 years of selfless servitude to his guru and mission was equivalent to 7 years of tapas. After the completion of the 3rd year of tapas, Swamiji bestowed the name Shivarudrabalayogi onto Sinu. During his 5th year of tapas, Lord Shiva and the Divine Mother Parvati appeared before and bestowed upon him their divine blessings, leading him to the supreme realization of the self. Thus, Shivarudrabalayogi Maharaj completed his tapas on the 23rd of November 1999 and emerged as a yogi, one who has gone beyond all illusions of the mind and exists in absolute peace. Babaji, as he is affectionately referred to by his devotees, is the embodiment of love, compassion, and wisdom, and his divine presence is a salve to distressed souls seeking their way on the journey towards enlightenment. He continues the legacy of his guru, Shri Swamiji, by tirelessly disseminating the meditation technique called Jangama Dhyana, taught to him by his guru, as well as guiding his devotees on their journey along the spiritual path. Babaji has selflessly devoted his life to the service of humanity, and his mission of spreading his guru's teachings has taken him all over the world to countries such as the United Kingdom, Australia, America, Singapore, Indonesia, and Malaysia. Shri Shivarudrabalayogi Maharaj's first visit to Malaysia was in 2001. His message of peace and love struck a chord in the heart of the Malaysian devotees, and the Shivabala-Shivarudrabalayogi Universal Peace Mission Malaysia was established with the aim of disseminating the universal teachings of our beloved gurus to all. Over the past 13 years, centers devoted to our gurus have blossomed in Rawang, Ipoh, Kluang, Butterworth, and Setiawan. Centers in Malaysia focus on the practice of dhyana meditation, and thousands have been initiated into this meditation technique. Weekly sessions are held in all centers, encouraging devotees to focus on the purification of the mind through Jangama Dhyana. Bhajans, singing the glory of God and our Gurus, are also often held following pujas and abhishekams. The vibrations from the harmony of music and song, an amalgam of melody and devotion, induces bliss and feelings of peace and serenity into the hearts of all. Maha-Agnihotra Homas are also held for the purification of the self and the universe throughout the nation as well as abroad, and thousands have received the spiritually cleansing benefits of these prayers. Bodhana sessions and spiritual retreats where the higher philosophies of divine teachings are expounded upon are also held regularly. By elevating the spiritual consciousness through discourses and practices or sadhana, there is a deeper understanding among the devotees on their true purpose of existence and the tools needed to live a happy and peaceful life. As the mission continued to expand in Malaysia, a social outreach program based on Swamiji and Babaji's teachings of love, care, and compassion to all, regardless of caste, creed, or religion, was established. Pujas, bhajans, as well as annadanam or mass feedings have been held in orphanages housing underprivileged children as well as the elderly. The Peace Program is a transformational teaching module illustrating the teachings of our Gurus, which serves to provide techniques to develop higher consciousness for all in order to lead a successful and happy life. This Peace Program has adapted ancient philosophical truths uniquely in accordance to the needs of the current generation. This program has also been introduced to youths facing social ills from a non-profit educational organization called the My Skills Foundation Malaysia, with notable positive transformations in their attitude, temperaments, as well as outlook on life. Seva or service also continues in various other countries. With Babaji's presence guiding us, regular travels to these countries are held a number of times a year, with the aim of disseminating our Guru's teachings and messages to all. We will continue to travel on this journey of service at the feet of our Gurus, with the intention that these sadhanas will lead to continued upliftment of the spiritual consciousness in all of humanity. The mission strives to create a generation who will work harmoniously to create a better future, united together in the universal messages of love, care, and peace for all.
If you live for yourself, it is called life. If you live for others, it is called mission.